it's Kristen and welcome to another Total Rehaul. If you are new to Total Rehaul, first of all, welcome. Second of all, this is where I go back roughly 6 months or so. I'm a little bit behind right now on my rehauls, and take a look at the products that I hauled and then come back and talk to you about them. Some of the products you may have seen in a faves or fails, and some of them maybe I didn't dislike enough to have a fail on it, or I didn't like enough to have a favorite, and so I kind of bring you back some more information. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. This is the one from December, and there is quite a list of products in here. Some were gifts and some were things I purchased. I'm going to stick mostly to the things that I purchased and then just talk about a couple of the gifts that I wanted to touch on. So the first thing, and some of these things I have and some of them I don't have any longer. The first two things on this was the Batiste Dry Shampoo in Floral and Flirty and Deep and Dark Brown. And you saw both of those in my empties. I worked through them, but I didn't like either one of them. I really wanted to like the Batiste products. I had heard so much good about them, but for some reason with my hair, they just didn't work very well. So I don't think I will be repurchasing any Batiste dry shampoo, which is a bummer because it was a good price. I had found it at TJ Maxx. So. The next thing is the foundation that I'm wearing today, actually. I put it on in honor of the video. And I've done a review on this, which I will link below for you. And also I've made it in my current top 5 foundations that I did just not that long ago, which I will link below for you as well if you're interested. And that's the Ready Set Gorgeous in the number 110. I really did like this. This was a really good foundation. And what's interesting about this is that it seems to work both for oily skin and for dry skin people. So I like that. It's a really good drugstore foundation, and absolutely still in, even though that was only a month ago or so, my top 5 favorite foundations. The next thing that I had talked about was a repurchase of the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Primer. This is my favorite drugstore primer. I haven't tried a ton of them. The ones that I've tried, I really feel like this is a great primer. It doesn't, hydrate. It doesn't mattify. It does give your skin like a healthy sort of a glow, but not too crazy. It just does what a primer is supposed to do, and it helps, in my opinion, like a basic primer. It helps your foundation last a little bit longer. I did a review on this, and it also made it in my 2014 beauty favorites. So I will link that, the review of that below for you guys if you are interested in hearing a few more of my thoughts on that. I have my list down here in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. The next thing, and this I just had in my fails not a couple months ago, the Revlon Ultimate Tweezers. And that's what, they don't look like anything special, but they're the ones, I don't know if all of the Revlon ones have this, but they have this kind of quilted pattern there. But they just got dull very quickly. I was really disappointed in these. I had heard good things from other people, and they weren't a favorite for me, and they were definitely a fail for me. So that is that, and I did purchase, I showed not that long ago, the Tweezerman tweezers, and these are amazing. I've only had them for a short period of time, but they're one of the best pairs of tweezers, like right out of the gate, that I've ever had. So I'm really happy with those, with that particular pair of tweezers. The next thing, and I didn't bring it in here to show you, but I'll try to put a little picture so you can see if you want what it looks like. It's the Redken Hair Cleansing Cream Shampoo. I've talked about this over and over. It's the shampoo that I use once a week, every 10 days, something like that, to just as a clarifying shampoo to get all the gunk out of my hair and start fresh. And I make sure that I always use it before I'm going to get my hair colored the next day. For me, it works really well. It makes my hair color last so much longer. I only have to go and get my hair colored about every 8 months, and it just works really well for me. So, I also had purchased the Biolage Fiber Strong Shampoo and Conditioner, and I still love those. I actually have a set of those in my bathroom right now. It's actually the one that I travel with because I know it just works really well. It's second to the Joico Body Luxe for me, but it is a really nice shampoo and conditioner, so I do still like those. And it was in some sort of a kit, I remember, because this haul was like December. Nope, that's a lie. It was in January at some point because it was after Christmas, so there you go. So then we moved into some makeup. I had the Stila Stay All Day lipstick in Aria, and that was a huge fail for me. I returned that product. I did not like how that lasted. I loved the color, but I didn't like how it lasted on my lips. It was one of the liquid lipsticks for me that kind of would almost peel off. Oh, it was not good. It was not good. So that was a fail, and that one went back. The next thing is a product that I still use, and my apologies, because when I went to pull the products for this video, I was like, oh shoot, I used that brush just yesterday and didn't have time to have a chance to wash it. So this is the IT Cosmetics number 115 Airbrush Complexion Perfection Brush. So it's like their 110 only with an angle, and I do really like this brush. I have such good things to say about all the IT Cosmetics brushes. My only concern is that it seems like my 110 all of a sudden seems to be shedding a little bit. Now I've used it a bunch, and I feel like I've had it probably well over a year now. But I take really good care of it, so I'm not sure about that. But it's the only one that seems to be doing that. But this one, I love their brushes. They are they're really nice quality. However, and having said that, the Beauty Junkie brushes that I've talked about here and there, over the past few months, are just as nice quality and a little bit less expensive. So, do I love that brush? Yes. Can you find one equally as good for a little bit less price? Yes. Okay, the next 4 brushes that I purchased for me were all huge fails. Were there 4 or were there 3? Yes, there were 4. It was the Real Techniques Bold Metal brushes that I purchased. The flat contour, the angled liner, the arched powder, and the oval shadow. So let me actually back that up. I did end up keeping the liner brush. So here's the liner brush. And while I do like this brush, I think it's too much for what it is, but it does work. It's a little bit more of a narrow this to this way sort of brush. And I will tell you this, it's really hard to get this brush clean. I can't tell you how many times I've washed this brush, and you can see that there's still product in there. It's really hard to get clean for some reason. So this is the only one that I kept. I did not return the other ones. I actually sent them to a makeup artist friend of mine. He used them here and there, and he said he did like them for some applications, because I remember in the review that I had done of those brushes, which I'll link below for you, I had said, maybe they work better more towards, a makeup artist sort of look, not like what I do when I'm kind of doing on my freelancing. I'm doing more kind of bridal stuff and just real low-key. But, maybe it would work better. And he did like it for some applications. So I just thought I would mention that I didn't love them, but he thought that they worked well in certain applications. So I wanted to mention that. The next thing was I had placed an order for some Estee Lauder products, and I purchased the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in light. I already had it in light medium. So I'm just for the sake of showing you, since I have them both pulled here, I'm going to show you the light and light medium. And I like this concealer. I don't find it to be a be-all, end-all. I still prefer the MAC Pro Longwear to any concealer, but I do like that this is, and I will show you here quickly, a doe foot applicator. I do like that a lot. I think that's one of my preferred applicators of many products. So there's the light and there's the light medium, in case you're just kind of curious. And it is a nice concealer. I will continue to work through those. And I don't think it ever made it into a favorite. That MAC Pro Longwear just really is, for me, far and away the best concealer that I have used. All right, and there was quite a few Estee Lauder products that I had purchased and was showing in this haul. So the next one was the Estee Lauder Lover's Blush. And that is what I'm wearing today, and this really is a nice blush. This kind of works all year round. It's on that finger right there. I'll try to build up a little bit of a swatch so you can really see it. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Nice neutral. My apologies, by the way, for the lawn mowing. Has to get done before the rain comes, and that's what Bob is out there doing. So I liked so much the Pure Color Envy in Powerful that I had gotten that I had asked David to pick out. David is a friend of mine who sells Estee Lauder at Bergdorf Goodman in New York City. I'll link his information below if you want. He's great to work with. So he had suggested, or actually not suggested, he just sent Tumultuous Pink. I'm going to come back and talk about this in a second. Love this. Love the shade. I love the formula of these. I do find that of the Pure Color Envy, some of them are a little more opaque than others. I'm wearing one today in Tumultuous Plum. No. This is Tumultuous Pink. This is Insolent Plum. And I like it, but it definitely isn't quite as opaque, I don't find, as this Tumultuous Pink. But anyway, the other thing that that he had picked out was this liner in fuchsia to go with that. It's a great lip combo. And I have to be careful how I say this, because sometimes I get, people commenting, this is a dupe, this Tumultuous Pink is a dupe for MAC Red Balloon. And I realize that normally dupes are for products, like you're trying to find something less expensive, but Red Balloon I cannot find anymore. I thought they had made it permanent, but I couldn't find it at Nordstrom for a long time, but now Nordstrom doesn't seem to have it on their site, and it's not on MAC's site either. So if you really like Red Balloon, and have heard me talk about it before, excuse me, the Tumultuous Pink is a really close dupe for that. So I just wanted to give that a little bit of a mention. And there are a couple of Christmas gifts in here. One of them was from David and was an Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy, an Envious Orchid. It's one of their palettes. And I did a video talking about all of the palettes that I had from them, and I can't remember if I had this one at the time or not. But I really like these, and I have said it before, and I will say it again. I think the star of all of the quints that I have from them is the darkest shade. It's always just a really nice, creamy, matte shade that you just wouldn't think would be as nice as it is. But I'll give you a little swatch of all of the other shades. So there are the other shades, and you can just see that is just the star. This deep purple one doesn't swatch quite as well as I would like it to. It applies a little bit better on the eye. Both of these applied wet, this taupe shade here and the purple they apply wet a little bit better than they do dry, but this is I really have been impressed with all of the quints that I have from them. So, and then I don't think that I've ever talked about this. So there's a couple things here that were gifts that I think I hadn't mentioned at any point in time that I thought I wanted to give a mention. So this is the Chantecaille lip gloss in Mulberry. And this is just stunning. I actually could probably put it over what I'm wearing today. And it's such a nice formula. I've worn this a bunch, but I don't think I've ever talked about it. So there it is right there. Isn't that beautiful? And it has one of those kind of wands that's a little bit thinner this way. See, like that. Really, really pretty. And just has the prettiest kind of silver sort of sparkles in there without being glitter. Gorgeous. I really, really like that. And like I said, I don't think I've ever mentioned that before. And then there are a couple of gifts from Emily in here that I wanted to just briefly talk about. So in that video, I said, boy, I don't even think I could put a brush in this. And true to form, I have not been able to make myself use this. I'm going to get hollered at by Emily probably, but it's so pretty. So this was a Sonia Kashuk Deco Starlet eye palette. Untouched by brush. I have pulled this out so many times, I just can't do it. Someone needs to tell me to just use it. Just use it already, game. And then the last thing, and this has been in my list, I have, and the reason I'm going to show this is I wanted to just kind of tell you, I have a 4 Looks from One palette that I'm working on right now with my fall collab with Camp Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. And then after that, I actually have 3 I need to work on. So I may do, instead of doing like one once a month or one every 6 weeks, I may be doing one every 3 weeks for a little bit, just because there are ones that you guys have asked for. So this is one of them, and this is the Balm Sigh from the Balm palette that Emily had sent me, and I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't done my 4 Looks One palette with this, because like already when I look at this right away, I want to do something using this green and this purple at the same time. That just really jumps out at me. I want to use this woody. I have big plans for this, and I remember saying something about that in the video. Anyway, so this is on my list. The Naked Smoky is on my list. And then I want to do a 4 Looks kind of 2 palettes with the Lorac Metals and the Lorac Matte, the 2 smaller palettes. So I just wanted to tell you guys, those are on my list. And then I'm actually going to maybe try to get to Ulta, if my Ulta has started carrying it, the Makeup Revolution palettes, right? Is that the brand? Anyway, maybe look at one of those to do a 4 Looks One palette with those. So I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about as a rehaul in this video. I hope that you enjoyed this and you're still enjoying these, seeing kind of the things that I used, things that I didn't use, things that I need to attempt to put a brush into, but I'm too scared. So having said all of that, I think I've told you most of what's on my face. The CoverGirl foundation, the Lover's blush. I have the eye palette. I will show you quickly, but it will be in the video as well. I have this taupe shade right here all over the inner third, and I have this beautiful like blackberry Merlot shade on the outer third, and I have this in the crease on a fluffier brush and beneath my lower lash line. And then I have that Currant lip liner from Estee Lauder with this Insolite Plum, which I'll give you a look at here, over the top of that. And I think, my friends, that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!